All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're deconstructing a truly fascinating release from the always unpredictable Lil Uzi Vert. Back in October 2021, Uzi dropped a track called Demon High. Now, on the surface, it seemed like a pretty straightforward seasonal drop, but as we're going to see in this explainer, this song is absolutely a masterclass in genre blending and thematic misdirection. We're going to peel back the layers of this track, using the data and the lyrics to really understand what makes it tick. Okay, let's dive into this. Just listen to these lyrics for a second. I feel the demons coming out of me. I won't ignite the flame. These girls, they're all the same. Now you might be thinking, with a title like Demon High, you'd expect a track leaning heavily into horror themes or, supernatural flexing. But these specific lyrics immediately establish the song's actual emotional tone. It's not about literal demons at all. It's about inner turmoil over a failed relationship. It's a really sharp, deliberate contrast to the spooky title, placing us squarely in a narrative of heartbreak and distrust. So, to understand Uzi's strategy here is our roadmap. First, a spooky teen movie. Second, blending emo and trap. Third, heartbreak behind the lyrics. And finally, charting across the globe. Let's get right to it. Section 1. A spooky teen movie. Now, what's really interesting about this is that the music video for Demon High dropped on October 29th, 2021, literally perfectly timed for Halloween weekend. And it fully leaned into that timing, establishing a very specific, almost superficial high school atmosphere to draw you in. It packs in a massive amount of classic teen movie tropes, all twisted with that signature Halloween vibe. Picture this. The setting is a high school pep rally and a prom. You've got Lil Uzi Vert acting as the standout protagonist, dressed in a simple black suit, which completely contrasts with the rest of the crowd who are all decked out in spooky masks and Halloween makeup. It's just a wild visual ride. Uzi runs from the crowd, he engages in a cafeteria food fight, joins a synchronized dancing group, and even gets mischievous in a bathroom. It perfectly sets up this lighthearted, cinematic expectation. Moving on to Section 2, blending emo and trap. And this brilliantly illustrates a wild sonic duality. You see, if the video is this high-energy teen movie, the actual sound of the track tells a much more complex story. Produced by Charlie Handsome, Rex Kudo, and Prologic, notice the foundation first. There's this atmospheric synth-pop and pop-punk-inspired sound dominating the entire first half of the song. It feels upbeat, right? Heavily drawing from new wave influences. But then, bam, a distinct trap breakdown completely hijacks the second verse. It's literally a perfect encapsulation of Uzi's signature emo rap style, luring the listener in with an upbeat pop-punk melody before hitting them with the heavy trap elements that his core fans definitely expect. Which brings us to Section 3, heartbreak behind the lyrics. That sonic shift we just talked about perfectly mirrors our third layer. Let's hit the core of the onion. Behind the synth-pop production and those high school antics, there is genuine emotional heartbreak hidden in plain sight. Take this specific bar. I sit back in my Rick Owens furniture, she don't give a damn about me, only care what money's worth. Uzi is name-dropping highly exclusive, super expensive furniture design, but notice why he's doing it. He's highlighting the emptiness of that wealth. He is explicitly expressing that he feels used in a doomed relationship, lamenting a partner whose materialistic ways totally overshadow any real affection for him. So the crucial point is that this materialism actively masks his inner turmoil. These specific flexes, like the Rick Owens furniture, they aren't just empty rap boasts. No, they're narrative devices used to ground deeper themes of emotional vulnerability, heartbreak, and a deep distrust for women based on this exact superficiality. It shifts the whole tone from bragging to bracing honesty. And this lyrical strategy continues right into the second verse, exactly when that trap breakdown hits. Listen to the cadence here. Stayed on my grind like I'm Ryan Sheckler. Whoa, if you do me good, that's a fur, that's a purr. Again, we're seeing a mixture of wealth boasting, offering a fur coat, but this time it's mixed with a very specific piece of pop culture nostalgia. Now, for anyone who might not catch the reference immediately, Ryan Sheckler is a professional skateboarder who was a massive pop culture fixture back in the early 2000s, famously starring in the 2003 skate film Grind. So why is this brilliant? Because this subtle nod perfectly ties the lyrical content right back into the nostalgic teen movie aesthetic established in the music video. Uzi is connecting his current hustle and romantic woes to the exact cultural era his listeners grew up in. It seamlessly matches his high school visual theme. Section 4. Charting across the globe. Let's move on and see how this builds. We have a song with a deceptive Halloween video, a genre-bending emo and trap sound, and highly nostalgic, vulnerable lyrics. So how did audiences actually react? Well, look at the peak chart positions from November 2021. In the US, it hit number 18 on the Hot R&B/hip hop songs chart. But remarkably, all the way over in New Zealand on their Hot Singles chart, it hit number 20 simultaneously. It's fascinating to see such strong, nearly identical top 20 performance across two completely different hemispheres. It proves the sound wasn't just a localized hit, right? It resonated on a massive global scale. And honestly, this success was widespread across all the major metrics. It secured a spot on the US Billboard Hot 100 at 61, the Canadian Hot 100 at 87, and even cracked the Billboard Global 200 at 121. Despite being a surprise, genre-blending drop just before holiday, the data really cements Demon High as a definitive global hit that found a wide, very eager audience. Which leaves us with a final, really provocative thought to consider. Demon High was a deceptively upbeat Halloween track that literally smuggled genuine emo rap heartbreak onto the global charts. Knowing that Lil Uzi Vert had been teasing his massive project, The Pink Tape, since December 2020, how did the success of this specific genre-bending experiment set the stage for the anticipation of what was to come? It really forces us to look at Uzi not just as a trap artist, but as a musical chameleon constantly testing the waters of his own sound. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope this helped you peel back the layers of a truly fascinating track. Keep analyzing, keep listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.